Good morning. Myself Ashagila Devi, Assistant Professor in Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Today, we are going to discuss a topic in the subject CS 8602 Compiler Design. The topic is Automata Eliminating Null Transitions. So this topic is under Unit 1, Introduction to Compilers. So what is the outcome of this is, on successful completion of this module, the student should be able to convert a non-deterministic finite automata to deterministic finite automata. Epsilon transitions. In converting an NFA to DFA, first step is we have to convert the NFA with epsilon to NFA without epsilon. Then you have to convert the NFA without epsilon to DFA. So first we are going to discuss the first step, that is converting NFA with epsilon to without epsilon. So for doing this, we have to follow the steps. First, find out all the epsilon transition from each state from Q. The Q consists of capital Q consists of Q1, Q2, states like Q1, Q2, etc. up to Qn. So here we can find out the E closure of Q1, where Q1 is the state which belongs to capital Q. Then del dash transition can be obtained. The del dash transition means it's a E closure of del nodes. Repeat the steps for each input symbol and each state of the given NFA. Using the resultant state, a transition table for the equivalent NFA without epsilon can be built. So now we are going to discuss an example for converting an NFA with epsilon to without epsilon. So this is an NFA with epsilon, which consists of three states, Q0, Q1 and Q2, where Q2 is the final state. So now what we have to do is you have to find out the E closure value of all the states. That is E closure of Q0, E closure of Q1 and Q closure of Q2. So when you are finding an E closure value, you should remember that the E closure should consist of the state. The E closure consists of state itself, and along with that, it consists of the states which moving with the help of epsilon. For example, if it is E closure of Q0 means if this E closure consists of Q0, along with that, the movement from Q0 by using epsilon transition. So from Q0, there is no epsilon transition movement. So the E closure of Q0 is Q0. The E closure of Q1, it consists of Q1, and then from Q1 through epsilon transition, we can move to Q2. So E closure of Q1 is Q1 and Q2. And then E closure of Q2. E closure of Q2 is Q2. From Q2, there is no epsilon transition, so we have only Q2 state. So E closure of Q2 is Q2. Next, you have to find out del dash of Q0 comma A, del dash of Q0 comma B, then similarly del dash of Q1 comma A, del dash of Q1 comma B, del dash of Q2 comma A, and del dash of Q2 comma B. So for finding del dash of Q0 comma A, you have to use a formula E closure of del cap of Q0 comma empty comma A. Where this del cap of Q0 comma empty can be written as its E closure of Q0. We know the value of E closure of Q0. What is E closure of Q0? E closure of Q0 is Q0. So del of Q0 comma A. From Q0, check whether there is any A movement. So there is an A movement from Q0 to Q1. So what is del of Q0 comma A? It is Q1. So now E closure of Q1. E closure of Q1 is Q1 and Q2. Similarly, find out del dash of Q0 comma B, where E closure of del of E closure of Q0 comma B. E closure of Q0 is Q0. So del of Q0 comma B means check whether there is any B movement from Q0. There is no B movement from Q0. So the value becomes 5, that is empty. Next, find out del dash of Q1 comma A, that is E closure of del of E closure of Q1 comma A. What is the value of E closure of Q1? It is Q1 and Q2. So we have to find out del of Q1 comma A union del of Q2 comma A. So from Q1 there is no A transition, so it is 5. From Q2 also there is no A transition, so it is also 5. So the answer is 5, that is empty. And then del dash of Q1 comma B, that is E closure of del of E closure of Q1 comma B. What is the value of E closure of Q1? It is Q1 and Q2. So del of Q1 comma B and union del of Q2 comma B. What is the value of del of Q1 comma B? There is no transition of B from Q1, so it is empty. But there is a transition from Q2. So there is a P transition from Q2 to itself. That is del of Q2 comma B is Q2. So E closure of pi union Q2 is Q2. So del of Q1 comma B is Q2. Similarly, find out del dash of Q2 comma A, which is pi, del dash of Q2 comma B, which is Q2. Finally, summarize the answer. That is del dash of Q0 comma B is Q0 comma Q1, del dash of Q0 comma B is empty, del dash of Q1 comma B is empty, del dash of Q1 comma B is Q2, del dash of Q2 comma A is empty, del dash of Q2 comma B is Q2. By using this, draw the transition table. That is Q0 on input A, it moves to Q1 and Q2, Q0 on input B, it moves to pi, Q1 on input A, it moves to pi, Q1 on input B, it moves to Q2, Q2 on input A, it moves to pi, Q2 on input B, it moves to Q2. Here we are going to take the final state as Q1 and Q2. Why we are taking Q1 and Q2 as a final status? Because it contains the movements to the final state of the given question. It is in the given question, we have Q2 as the final state. In the NFA with epsilon, we have Q2 as the final state. So in the transition, if a state moves to that final state means we can take that state as a final state. So we can take Q1. Now we are going to discuss some tutorial problems in this topic. So the first question is convert the epsilon NFA to NFA. So in this example, we have some 5 states Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Where Q2 is the final state. This is an NFA with epsilon. You have to convert this problem into an NFA without epsilon. The second problem is convert the NFA with epsilon into its equivalent DFA. So what is the step to convert the NFA with epsilon to equivalent DFA is first you have to convert the NFA with epsilon to without epsilon. Then you have to convert that NFA without epsilon to DFA. And the next problem is convert the given NFA into the equivalent DFA. So the same steps you are going to apply. First you have to convert the NFA with epsilon to without epsilon. Then you have to convert the normal NFA without epsilon to DFA. So these are all the tutorial problems. Try all these problems.